across the world. Sometimes not only Formula 1, sometimes we can brand out to BTCC, VSP, MotoGP and much more. It's all right here for you. All you have to do to make sure you don't miss out on any new videos is hit that like and subscribe button. We really appreciate it if you leave a comment below and you just tell us really what you want and just what you want us to film about, because although we do our weekend previews and our weekend debriefs, they are compulsory. We do like to know what you want us to film, so leave a comment below. Hello everyone and welcome along to your Formula 1 Turkish Grand Prix weekend preview. On the phone we're joined by Charlie. Hello Charlie, how are you today?
Hello Jack, welcome everyone to the weekend preview for the Turkish Grand Prix.
Hello, yeah, so we're just gonna to start off with, we're gonna read out the provisional 2021 Formula 1 calendar. It stands at the moment as 22 races, but Formula 1 hopes to extend it to 23 by the end of this year. So we first of all, on the 21st of March we go to Australia. That's followed straight away by Bahrain on the 28th of March. All being well, we then go to China, which will be on the 11th of April. The 25th of April is yet to be decided in replacement of the Vietnam Grand Prix. 9th of May we go to Spain. That's followed by Monaco on the 23rd of May. And then we go to Azerbaijan on the 6th of June. Canada on the 13th of June. France on the 27th of June, and straight away after that will be Austria on the 4th of July. We then go to Silverstone on the 18th of July. 2 weeks later we head to Hungary for the 1st of August. Then we go on the annual 4-week summer break. Then it's the 29th of August is Belgium. That's the first part of the first triple header of the 2020 season. We then have the We do then go to Zandvoort, Charlie, the Dutch Grand Prix. That's followed by, that's on the 5th of December. And then on the 12th of September, we go to Italy. And then the first ever flyaway triple header. It starts off on the 20th of September at Russia. We then go to Singapore for the 3rd of October and end at Japan on the 10th of October. We then go to the USA the 24th of October. That's followed by Mexico City on the 31st of October. Then Brazil at Sao Paulo on the 14th of November. Then it's the debut for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix at Jeddah on the 28th of November. And then the season wraps up on the 5th of December in Abu Dhabi. Charlie, it's a very exciting calendar, isn't it?
It is. So just reading out some of the races there. So I've just clarified that Australia starts the season off on the 21st of March, and then of course Bahrain will host on the 28th. And yeah, new race will be on the 28th of November, and that's in Jeddah, in Saudi Arabia. Very interesting calendar.
But Charlie, we're set to have a new race that's gonna be in replacement of Vietnam. We've been asked, why has the Vietnam Grand Prix been dropped? It's actually because one of the key officials was arrested. So, unfortunately, we may never get a Vietnam Grand Prix. It is a shame, Charlie, and it's probably because of that one person's made a silly mistake, and it's cost Vietnam. It's cost them in tourism and in money and yeah, and just advertising their country really, and that's what it's set out to the world now. But the question is, what's the replacement for it? Where do we go? Talks about India going back to the Buddha International Circuit. South Korea's come up. It's really got to be somewhere in the Far East, really, or in the Middle East.
Could be. I mean, a circuit that I'd consider, whether this will be on or not, is Yonggang in Korea. Of course, they used to host a race there from 2010 to 2013, and that track, whilst I think a lot of people would say it's boring, I actually like that circuit. I'd say the middle sector is quite flowy, so you should get some good racing through there.
Yeah, Charlie, I mean, Formula One doesn't have enough time to build a brand new circuit, does it? So we've got to use a circuit that we've already got. Possibly could we go to, is there a circuit in New Zealand we could use, or Fiji maybe? You don't know, do you? But I'm sure Formula One, the FIA are working very, very hard, and all of these events have been given the green light by local authorities as well. And Formula One hopes to have fans in full attendance next year following the positive news that we may be getting a COVID-19 vaccine fairly shortly, shall we say. So looks like we may be getting full attendance next year, which of course will be absolutely fantastic to see. Those grandstands packed absolutely to the limit, as they always are. But the other option, Charlie, is do you move everything forward a week and then maybe go to like Portimao or Mugello? Is that an option?
Well, the option is, if you did move everything forward by a week, then chances are you could go to somewhere like Portimao or Mugello, depending on obviously how.
But what we don't realise is the logistical challenge of moving everything forward a week. Because it's got to be agreed with the circuits may not have that weekend free, and then it just becomes a logistical nightmare for Formula One. Yeah. But let's get on to this weekend then. We return to Istanbul Park for the first time since 2011, and it is going to be a one-off race. We know that now. But Charlie, the drivers seem to like this circuit, and they seem to be looking forward to this race, shall we say?
Yeah. You know what, I am as well, because this circuit looks like an incredible track. I have to be honest with you. And if you know this circuit, Istanbul Park, it has one corner, 4 apex, quadruple left-hander turn 8, which is probably one of the most frightening corners to drive in a Formula One car. It is one of the hardest corners in terms of...
I'll tell you what, Charlie, if a car goes off there, it's going to be a hold-your-breath moment.
It is. There is a huge runoff there at that corner, so hopefully we won't be seeing many drivers go off at that corner, unless, well, the barriers should hopefully stop them. But yeah, there is a huge runoff there. This corner, though, if you get it wrong, like Sebastian Vettel did during practice for the 2011 Turkish Grand Prix, you could have a serious crash, and that was, of course, in wet conditions.
It was, Charlie. We don't think we're going to get wet conditions this weekend. It is looking like to be a cloudy forecast. The weather forecast may have changed last time I checked it. It is an increasing chance of rain, but we know Formula One, it never provides us with rain. We're going to give up on trying to get some rain in the 2020 season. But yeah, it looks exciting, Charlie. As you said, turn 8, that's going to be a killer for the front right tyre.
The fronts will take a battering through there. The middle sector is going to be definitely a front testing. I think this circuit will test the fronts the most. I'm not going to be lying. The rears, it's going to be the final sector, because you go down that long back straight into 12 through 13 and 14. And that section, of course, is very sweeping, very difficult corners. They're literally, you don't go above second or third gear in corners, so it's going to be difficult for the rear tyres through there.
It is, Charlie. So we're just going to actually take a look at the Turkish Grand Prix Istanbul Park circuit. It wasn't actually bought by Bernie Ecclestone, would you believe it or not? Currently owns the circuit. So you go into a 90-degree turn 1 from the start. That's followed by a long turn 2, followed by a pretty quick turn 3, and then again a 90-degree turn 4, and then a 90-degree turn 5, a quick kink of turn 6, and then a longish hairpin at turn 7, and then, as Charlie said, you got the quadruple corner of turn 8, which will be taken flat out in modern day Formula 1 cars. You then head up to turn 9 and out of turn 10. I believe that is going to be a DRS zone there, actually.
Yes, there will be. There's a chicane, and that will be where the first of should I say 2 DRS zones for this circuit? Actually, there is going to be 2 DRS zones on this.
I think the second one's on the. I think the second one's on the main straight. If I'm correct.
The second one is from the exit 14 into turn 1.
Is. Oh, okay. Yeah. So the main straight. Yeah.
Right.
And then you go through a quick kink, and then into the final section of the circuit. It looks pretty good going. I can't deny it. The main talking point though this weekend, Lewis Hamilton can take the 7th World Championship if he is not outscored by 8 points by Valtteri Bottas. That is going to be the main talking point throughout the weekend, and I'm sure he's going to get asked questions by it in the media.
Yeah.
But John, the timing's very difficult this weekend. We have a 12:1 qualifying, a 10:10 race start because of the time difference and the light and the clocks going back and all of that kind of stuff. But it's going to be a fantastic race. It's Istanbul Park. It never has failed to deliver before. It will not fail to deliver on this occasion.
No.
Be sure not to miss it. It's the Turkish Grand Prix.